What's Gucci, everybody? I hope you're having a fabulous day, and today I want to talk about the define operator. And as you can see, I'll talk about the define operator in a second, but I want to set it up with a nice example. So as you can see, I have an array up here at top. I initialize an array with the name of array, size 5, with the elements 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in descending order. And then I have a continuation of the other tutorials. I have 3 for loops. So I have a for loop that multiplies each element by 2 and assigns it back to that position. So this will go through every element in the array and times it by 2. So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And then this for loop will go through all the elements in the array and divide everything by 2. So it will essentially put everything back to where it started. So we'll be back to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then this for loop will print every element out in the array, as you can see, and it will just go through that and print that all out. And when I run this, indeed I get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as I expected. But here's where the define operator comes in. The define operator allows you to define functions and constants, as I'll show you. Now, basically what I'm going to show you in this tutorial is how to define a constant. Now let's say that this does work all fine and dandy, but let's say I want to add another element to the array. So I want to add a 6th element. So then I'm going to make a 0 here, or I can make a 10 here. We'll just do that for fun. But then I have to change this to 6, and this to 6, and this to 6. Is there anything else I missed? I believe not. So that's pretty annoying. And let's say even if this function had more for loops or had more things where I had to know the size of this array, then I would need to even change more things. And in a huge operation, for example, this can be very tedious. So what we want to do is we want to use the define operator to add something called scalability, so this can easily be changed. So how I do the define operator is I put a hashtag, like Twitter if you use that, or right above here, like right above here in the include statement, define, and then I can write my constant. So right here I'm going to do size, and then I'm going to separate it with a space, and right after size I can put any number I want. So in this case I'm going to put 6, or I could put 10, or anything else I wanted to. And so what that allows me to do is that I can make this 100 or I can make this 10, is that when I run this program, when the compiler sees size, it's going to substitute it for whatever number I put next to size. So 10 or 11 or whatever you defined. So what I want to do here is I'm going to initialize the array to define it to size, which is 10 at this case, and then I'm going to make this go to size as well. Here, I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to make this 6 go to size, Control V that, and then make this go to size. Now what happens here? So I'm just going to show an example here. I'm going to only make, well actually that will not work because then this will be an invalid operation. I have to change this if I want to, but let's say I only want size to be 2 in the array. And so I can simply do that, and then after I run this, it's only going to print out the first 2 elements because the array is only size 2. But as you can see, I only had to change the elements substantiating the array, so, but nothing else. I didn't have to change any of the sizes. Now let's say, let me use Control Z here to take this back to 6. So let's say I make size 6, and everybody knows that's okay, and hopefully I get exactly what I want. And so yeah, I get all these arrays, and I didn't have to change anything else except for this size operation and maybe the array initializer, depending on how you make that. But as you can see, the define operation allows a lot of scalability. Also, if you wanted to define things like constants, like for instance pi, I could do 3.1425 or whatever. I think it's 3.1428. Is that right? I'm not sure, guys. But you get what I mean. I can define constants like pi or e, or maybe some density term, density of water, which is 1. But some weird term like some distance that you don't know of, or distance to a mile, feet to a mile. but things like that. So you could just type in mile and not have to type in this huge pi number or something stupid like that every time. So the define operator allows for nice scalability, is what's called, where I can easily make things bigger or smaller without changing a lot of things, and is a very good design principle in C. There are other operators to do this in other languages as well, but the define operator is how you do it in C. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you now use the define operator. In the next tutorial, I'll be going over how to make functions with the operator. Also notice how I do not have a semicolon after these define operators as in the other hashtags. You do not need a define operator. You do not need a semicolon. Sorry, not a define operator. You do not need a semicolon after these, don't worry. But that is about it. Thank you guys and have a great day. Just run this one more time and woo!